In the last class, we had discussed about what are the different types of relays and what is the basic working principle of an electromagnetic relay. Today, we are going to see about the construction and working details of an attracted armature type relay. What is an attracted armature type relay? The name itself suggests that due to the attraction of armature, the relay will be getting operated. So, what is the basic relay which we had studied in the previous class has an electromagnet which has wound with a soft iron core wound with a coil. Whenever a force is produced, the soft iron core will be getting attracted towards the armature and the contacts of the normally opened will become the normally closed and the relay will be actuated. So here also it consists of an electromagnet along with an hinged armature. Hinged nothing but it is connected with a spring system or a plunger or a solenoid. This plunger type is also known as the solenoid type. And this type of armature relay will be operated for both AC and DC quantities. The working principle: whenever the current carrying coil placed on a core, whatever the core of the material with the whenever current carrying coil is placed on that core, when it draws a current, it produces a mechanical force. That force is given further or transferred to the relay contacts and hence the relay operates. So this will be explained by this attracted armature type relay. In this first one is there are two types, hinged type and plunger or solenoid type. So first is the hinged armature type relay. See, this iron core, and to this iron core we have wound a coil and it consists of a control spring, a moving armature, backstab, moving contact, to trip contact. These are the parts. So in the construction wise, to the iron core we are placing a coil which is wound. For that we are giving the current or voltage as an input and it has consists of an armature that will be hinged, that is connected through this control spring, and we have the moving contacts will be placed to this moving armature. Contact will get in touch with this strip circuit, that is construction wise, and the working is that whenever a fault occurs, a heavy current, normal current, when a normal current flows, the spring force will be more compared to that of the moving armature force. The force due to moving armature will be less when compared to the control spring force under normal condition, such that the moving contacts of the armature may not come into the contact with strip circuit. But whenever a huge or heavy current force flows through this, the electromagnetic force produced by this moving armature will be more compared to that of the control spring, such that the moving armature will be pulled down, such that the moving contacts will be get in touch with the trip circuit. What is a trip circuit? Trip circuit we have explained in the lecture number 3. That is nothing but the we have the trip circuit consists of a CT. CT is connected to whatever the equipment which we are going to be protected, and the primary is connected to the main conductor and secondary is connected to the relay. So whenever that equipment has the more current flowing through that CT, the CT secondaries will be given to the relay. The relay will be getting more force. With that force, the relay contacts will be getting closed. As the relay contacts is closed, there is a circuit with a battery and also the circuit breaker coil, and that will be energized Because of the closing of the relay contacts, the circuit will be closed and it will be making the circuit breaker to break the circuit. That is the trip circuit. In previous classes we have seen what is a trip circuit. So now with the more force, with the electromagnetic force produced due to the high flow of current makes the force due to armature, moving armature will be more compared to that of the control spring, thus that the moving armature and the moving contacts will be getting contact with the trip circuit such that relay operation will be performed. So it can be used for both AC and DC supply. And after that fault is cleared, again it should go into its de-energized condition. At the de-energized condition, what is this? The force due to moving armature will be less compared to that of the control spring, such that the armature will be moved upward. So this, whenever the force developed by electromagnet exceeds some restraining force is nothing but the force due to the spring. The moving contacts close due to the moment of armature that has been explained now. Next, what is the application? This will be used for both AC and DC quantities and acts as an instantaneous. Instantaneous relay is nothing but whenever it detects some uh, huge current, then there is no intentional time lag we are providing. Instantaneously, if it sees any abnormal behavior in the equipment, it will give the trip signal. That is nothing but the instantaneous relay. Next is the plunger type armature relay. In plunger type armature relay, constructional wise, again we have some iron core. This is the moving armature and this is the trip circuit, trip contacts, and these are the moving contacts and this is the control spring. And here on this moving armature, we are provided with current or voltage. So again, whenever we are giving the current or voltage, suppose if a huge current is flowing, normally the control spring is there. Here the control spring, the restraining force produced by the control spring under normal conditions will be more compared to that of the force due to armature. But whenever a huge current flows, the force due to moving armature will become more compared to that of the control spring. So the before it will be pulling down under normal condition. But due to this heavy current, this plunger will be getting going into inside this such that this will be coming in touch with the trip circuit such that again the relay will be performing the tripping action. So the same concept but only construction wise it is different, like it is a piston moving inside or an injection how it will moving inside the same way, only the construction wise it is different. As we are, if we are used for AC currents, then the restraining force produced by the spring will be constant and the developed electromagnetic force is pulsating in nature. Why the developed electromagnetic force is pulsating in nature? As the AC current is pulsating in nature. So such that what will happen? There will be some natural current zeros will be occurring for every half cycle. Such that there will be the relay will chatter and produce some noise. So for every time it will be closing opening operation for the natural current zero. So for to avoid that what we are going to do, we need to get only uh, the resultant flux is always a positive and a constant one we need to get positive and constant one, to get positive and constant, then what we have to do, we have to make that two phases, I mean two phase shifted fluxes we need to get. So what we will do, the magnetic pole will be split in such a way that it produces two phase shifted fluxes such that the resultant flux is always positive and constant. So for that we need to provide some shading to the one of the electromagnet, and that we will be discussing in the next class. So here we have studied about the hinged attractor type armature relay and plunger type. Only the principle is nothing but the force due to the electromagnetic force. Whenever a huge current flows, the armature electromagnetic force greater than the spring force, then the relay action will be coming into picture. Thank you.